guys, my name is Kekeletso Masemola. People call me KK. Yeah, my grandmom gave me that name. I'm a trumpet player, arranger, composer, band leader. So badly wanna be a film scorer. Started music when I was 10. I was in a school choir for some time. Never thought of picking up the horn up until the age of 11, even though it took me an extra 4 years to play again, you know. So I moved in with my dad after my mom died. And I used to watch a lot of jazz shows alone, you know, and I used to be obsessed with playing the trumpet, you know, for a long time before I even started playing. Fast forward to high school, I got there. They had a music program, and I got in there. The first thing I wanted to play was a guitar, but they lied to me. They're like, no, we don't have space anymore for guitar. And the closest instrument I could choose was a trumpet. They even asked me, are you sure you're gonna be able to play this? I was like, yeah. And then 8 years later, man, there's a love-hate relationship between me and the horn, but we're still going on. So the reason why there's a love-hate relationship between me and the trumpet, it's a very difficult instrument. I mean, for instance, during lockdown, so that was my first year in varsity. Then I went home for like 6 months. I come back, go back to school. I was at TUT. Everybody's literally shedding hard, you know, and I hadn't practiced in a long time. So I was like putting more hours, crazy hours, and at some point I ended up busting my lips because I couldn't play. So it's a situation whereby some days you'd wake up with like the mindset or just the big energy of practicing that today I'm gonna do this, you know, I'm gonna put in like a solid 8 hours, and you won't even make it to 2, you know, because it's a very difficult instrument, you know. Some days you don't feel like practicing, then you grab the horn, it's so flexible, you're just moving so nice, you know. So that's why there's a love-hate relationship, you know. Some days it wins, someday you win. You just have to be stubborn about it, you know. Honestly, I don't have a solid reason. I feel like in this situation, music chose me, you know. Like I said, I went there, I wanted to play, I chose a guitar, and they were like, we don't have a space for guitar, and then I ended up picking up the trumpet, you know. So also comes in my experiences of writing music, you know. Unlike other composers, for me, I can't just sit on the piano, come up with the song and just start writing. I have to go through certain stuff. I have to like get certain influences. I could take literally a whole 5 months writing just one song, you know. I cannot just wake up and be like, yo, I want to write today. It takes time with me. It's a process, but also I feel like it's also a special thing, because whatever thing that takes time comes out like as a crazy thing, you know. So one of my proudest moments is actually leading a band. So I have a band that I lead, it's called New Bam. New Bam is in like N-U-B-A-M. So the N-U is like just for new. So it's just a creative artistic choice, you know. Black as in like Black African music. It's a concept they're pushing right now in American jazz scene, you know. They don't call it jazz anymore, they call it BAM. So with New BAM, it's strictly, it's me. I invite all my favorite players. We play my own compositions. So starting that on its own was kind of challenging, because I had to like challenge myself. And also, like I said, the writing process for me, it's also a bit personal, you know. So I had to like get out of the comfort zone and challenge myself. So that's one of my proudest moments, like having to do such a, like, okay, I can gather at least 10 pieces of songs, and then I did a couple of gigs, and every time I play my own stuff, people just go crazy, you know? What ignites my spark? I think being around people I love, mainly creatives who really challenge me, you know, to do better, and also playing, man. I feel like the playing thing, man, it's so personal to me that if I skip a day without bonding with my horn, I have to have a valid excuse. Like, why didn't we do that today? Why didn't we give this a chance, you know? In all my happiest moments or experiences that I'm imagining, you know, every time I close my eyes, it's just a room full of like amazing creatives, you know. And there's nothing much happening but just good energy and exchange of experiences, you know, in whatever thing that we're working on, whether craft, whether past or whatever, but anything encouraging, stories to tell. I'm a very good storyteller. I love listening to other people's stories, so that's the whole vibe. One of the challenges I came across, relating to my passion, was, like I said, when I went back to school after lockdown, I'd stayed a long time without practicing, and I used to put in a lot of hours, and at some point it affected my leaps. I couldn't play for some time. I think I had a leap bust. And also recently I got marked and I fell, so I had a cut on my tooth. I couldn't play as well. So in such experiences, I think just consuming lots and lots of music, I always take it as it's not an easy thing to go through, because I'm used to playing, and hearing other people play can also be depressing now that I can't play as well, But I also use it as a learning curve or an experience in that moment of just consuming music and listening to other ideas that I can actually experiment with as soon as I'm back and I'm fit enough to play again, So yeah. The positive impact that I hope to create is to make the young ones believe in themselves, mainly instrumentalists, to actually learn to do stuff for themselves, Don't even try so hard or imagine being in somebody's band, Whatever thing that you have going on with your own stuff, make it work, Because right now, what's happening is that most instrumentalists think that the only way to be big and to make it in this life thing is to play for certain people or certain acts, My chat is, when are you gonna do your own thing? When are you gonna come out and we know you for your own sound and pushing your own vibe? When I go through stuff, I consume a lot of music and different artists, right? And if there was no limitation to that, I might not be all over the world, collaborating, checking out literally crazy venues around, playing on all of these venues, making music with literally everybody that I've listened to and who has inspired me in every different way. I don't know if that makes sense, You gotta believe so much in yourself, Whatever idea that you have in your mind, it may sound stupid or trashy to others, but believe me when I say it is a hit, You should also not try by all necessary means not to let criticism affect you, Instead, criticism should build you, I've seen a lot of people quitting this thing because somebody said you actually don't sound good, you actually don't, or you actually try to sound like somebody else. Don't be afraid to sound like anybody else. It's also a blueprint, That's how you find your way around. Eventually, you're gonna get your own sound. But more than anything, keep pushing, Keep pushing. Stay consistent with yourself, 5 years from now, what did I say to myself? I think 5 years from now will be 13 years. So I'd look at myself and be like, yo, Doc, we really made it, hey? And it's been a struggle. I mean, now I already know all the negative and positive impacts of this thing that I'm trying to do. So so 5 years from now, I'd look at myself and be like, damn, I'm really proud of you, you know? Obviously, along the way, that we're gonna overcome challenges. I'm ready for that, you know? I've seen a lot, and I guess 5 years from now, I just have to applaud myself and be like, damn, ole para, Joe.